Hello everyone and welcome back to Age Nagash, which is a channel dedicated to Age Sigmar. Now in this video it's going to be a super quick one and it's basically just going to be me talking about Patreon, and this is basically going to be the Patreon video. So I honestly know that some of you guys don't have the money and all that sort of things. That's absolutely fine. Do not feel like you have to donate money to the channel. It's just if I don't ask I don't get, one of those sort of situations. So I have created a Patreon account now. I went onto Patreon for the first time probably about an hour ago, something like that. The first time I went on it, made an account, all those sorts of things, and have now set it up. And of course, you guys know that I am very honest. So basically, not going to lie to you guys, what I want to do in this video is trying to get some of you to help support me on Patreon. And like I said, I don't really want it to be begging or anything along those lines. I did already talk about all the reasons why I'd like you to give the channel some support on the 1,000 subscribers video, but I'm just going to go over it again just to tell you guys basically what your support will do. So firstly, doesn't matter if you give me $1, which I think is the lowest amount, or you give me more than that. Anything you give will massively support the channel. So firstly, what is be really good for is, because the main thing I'm doing with this channel now, Age Nagash, is the army archive and building up, which is an archive that's going to be for every army there is in Age of Sigmar, and that's an absolute guarantee. By the time the archive is done, which is going to take a very long time, but by the time it's done, every army will be in there. So if you play a really obscure, faction that you might be the only one who, takes it to tournaments, or even like the only one who plays it in your, your town, your city, or even your country or something like that, if it's a really, really obscure one, maybe, you will have a set of videos, a series of videos even, dedicated to your army. So because of that, for most of the armies, most of the armies that are heavily played in Age of Sigmar, they have a battle tome. And however, as much as I, love buying battle tomes and reading about the lore and going into the tactics of the units and the army as a whole and how the synergies work, if it's a battle tome for an army that I don't do, which is most of the battle tomes don't own, it can be quite expensive buying them. It's £25 in the UK for each battle tome, I believe. So what that means is that if I review a army, it's going to have like 5 videos or something to it, and it costs me like, 25 quid. It adds up to a lot, and I'm not asking for you guys to, give me all the money for the battle tome, because that's just, I'm not asking for that at all. But even just like a few dollars or something along those lines would really, really help. So that's the first thing, getting the battle tomes. And honestly, guys, if I've got the battle tomes, then it means that I can tell you the correct information about the army, rather than just winging it and trying to make up things for you guys to, falsely believe me. Because like I've always said to you guys, I am, and I try to be as honest as I can about the information I tell you, the reviews I give. If I think something is shit, I say it's shit. I don't try and dress up and make it sound good because that's what GW are like, or that's what other armies were like. I've been told I'm a little bit biased towards death, but I don't see why. I don't see any proof of it. I don't know what indication I would give to be biased towards death or Nagash at all. So anyway, on to that awkward subject. Right, so like I said, it will massively help me be able to give you honest reviews rather than me trying to make it up, me trying to look at what other people have said online and all that sort of thing, and just, like, I heard from someone that that's good because of this, that, and other. Have you ever seen the rules? No. Well, then how can you give an honest review of it? That's my own personal opinion. I have to read out, I have to hold the rules of the law or whatever it is in my hand to be able to give you guys my honest opinion. As I think if I'm just telling you guys lies, what honestly is the point of having a channel which I try and help the community? Okay, so like I say, if you're doing like one of those small armies and all those sorts of things, it's really, I try and aim these videos towards the more sort of unpopular armies to try and give you some sort of content, to give you sort of love for your army that you've sort of been after. I can't obviously do anything as amazing as what Games Workshop has the potential to do, but at least I like to give some sort of content to you guys. So yeah, firstly, money will massively help towards the battle tomes. If you look how many battle tomes there are in comparison to how many I actually currently have, it's a lot of money, guys. So anything, like I say, even just a few dollars really, really would massively help me achieve basically trying to give you guys as most honest sort of reviews as possible. Right, okay, so we got the battle tomes and all those sort of things, the materials and stuff for that. Right, okay, moving on to the next thing, it's going to be more about creating the videos along those lines. So I haven't already mentioned this sort of stuff before, and I'll just go through it again. So currently what I'm speaking to you on is my headset. It's like a £10 headset from like Amazon, because I really just basically can't afford to get a nice one. I'd love to get a nice one so the sound quality is a lot better. However, I don't have the option to do so at the moment. So all money that Age Nagash would receive would help really much just towards getting, like, you know, like I just say, a proper microphone for you guys. I'm not talking like a really fancy one or anything like that, but just a nice microphone, which would be lovely, especially how these videos literally, I know I put up artwork and all that sort of thing, but what you guys listen to is my voice, obviously, and if you can hear it in the best way possible, you know, for better or for worse, it would, you know, definitely help the sound quality for those videos. So yes, that's something I'd like to get, a decent mic, you know, microphone, of course. And then the next thing is, obviously, I do all my videos talking about the microphone, you know, audibly. It's not visually, and this is something I maybe would like to change in the future. You know, it's quite nice, you know, just holding up artwork and all those sorts of things rather than showing my face. But mainly a camera for, you know, if I want to do, you know, like hobby and chats and all that sort of thing, and then you can see me sort of, you know, work on some hobby when I'm doing the video, and then that means I can do the videos for longer and maybe have some sort of, you know, chat going. I can answer your questions and I can have topics I talk about whilst I get some painting done, and then you guys can ask me questions about painting, all those sorts of things. But also a camera would be lovely for maybe doing unboxings in the future, because I would really like to do some unboxings and some like reviews of the Battletome. So like, for example, when I've been going through the Flesh-Eater Court Battletome and describing the lore and all those sorts of things, it would be really nice to be able to literally have a camera focusing down on the Battletome when I, you know, when I flick through it and I talk about, oh, that's cool, that picture's cool, there's been some nice change there, so I can really point it out to you guys, and that would be really nice. And especially when I do unboxings, because I buy a lot of models, you know, like, do I ever have time to build and paint them? That's questionable. However, I do always get a lot of models. Like, I currently got a box what I ordered recently, like a few days ago, of all the endless spells for the Flesh-Eater Courts and the Skaven, and both the CME kits for the Flesh-Eater Courts and Skaven, and the dice for Skaven, because I think I ordered at least 2 packs, because you've got to have a lot of clan rats, haven't you? So you need to have lots of dice, and it would just be really cool. Like, even just open that box and like just showing you guys. I know a lot of people do unboxings and stuff on YouTube already. However, it would be quite nice to do some myself. And having one of those cameras that I don't know the name of it, so you guys do, or what type of camera it is. You know, one of those cameras that just like on a stand and point down for what you see, like Spiky Bits is a good example. When they do all the reviews there, they have like a camera focused down on a table where you flick through Battletomes, codexes, and you know, Start Collecting Boxes and other model kits. So something along those lines would be cool. Something else I want to get for the channel is a proper video editor. So I'm not talking again about a really fancy one or anything like that. However, like I've said before in my like 1,000 subscriber video, the way I edit videos for you guys, so basically the first half of videos I've done, or probably about the first, you know, probably about the first quarter to a third of videos I've done, was all done on my iPhone 6, which the sound quality compared to now is, you know, really not as good, shall we say, as it was all done on a little phone, and it was terrible and it crashed all the time and lost loads of videos, but I kept on trying. So now I'm doing it on the computer. I use the Windows like 10 photo app, which is just a free like photo app you get on any PC. It's essentially, you know, when you upload a photo to your computer from your phone or your camera, or you know, you download a picture from the internet, you know, like screensavers and all those sorts of things, it goes into the photo app on your Windows, completely free. It's just basically built into the you know, Windows desktop already, sort of thing. So it does have the, you know, way to make videos, and that's how I do it, but it's very limited. So it means that I can't be so, you know, fancy in the videos and be too creative. So what I would really like is a proper, you know, like a video editor, so I can, you know, make things a little bit more special and tailored for each army. I think it'd be really nice. And on a similar line to that, what I would really like to get as well for the channel is one of those screen recording systems. So, as you've seen, I think Katetsu does them quite a bit. I think 2 Plus Tough does them quite a bit as well. And essentially what it does is basically, you know, how I've described it. You know, it just lets you record your PC screen. So this means when I do reviews of Warhammer community articles, instead of me just putting up artwork and explaining what the articles were, I can actually have them on the screen. So, like some of you have suggested that when I've reviewed War Scrolls and I haven't had the War Scroll on the screen, if you've missed something I said, you can't just, you know, go back and pause it and read it for yourself. It's, you know, it would be quite nice to have the article on there, you know, same as I've done with the War Scroll. So if you've missed something I've read, you can just read it yourself without having to rewind or any of that business. So that is what I would like to do, and it just means that once you've done screen recording, it makes things a lot easier. And I know you can get ways to do that for free. However, they're mainly just like 1 month trials, and I would really like something permanent that I could really work on and really basically get experience using, so it just become better and better. And then the last sort of reason, really, when I say the last reason, there's loads of reasons why anything you guys could help towards the channel in terms of funds would be amazing. But the last sort of reason I can think of at the moment is, and it's also a huge reason as well, it's one of the main ones, it's essentially by you guys, and like I say, I'm being honest here, by you guys donating money to the channel, it gives me more motivation to make videos, because like I say, my work, as long as many of your guys' jobs are very stressful, all those sort of lines, and you can understand that if you've got a job that you've got lots of pressures and all those sorts of things, and makes things very difficult time wise, sometimes you get back from work and number one, you just simply don't have the time to get enough sleep, so that's the only thing you're going to focus on. Number two, you have enough time to get something to eat and then bed. And then number three, even if you've got a little bit of time, you just feel like, oh, I'm just so knackered, I can't really be bothered to do anything. That happens a lot for me anyway. I'm sure it happens for you guys as well. So sometimes I come back and say, oh, you know, basically I do YouTube for free. I don't get any money for it. Sometimes you come back, you're really tired, and it's just like, I just can't be bothered. You know, what am I going to get out of it, sort of thing. And like I say, I love making videos and all that sort of thing, but sometimes work takes over and you just can't focus, because I can't sometimes justify spending so much time on videos, because I'm like, why am I doing this? I should focus on getting, you know, more time resting so I can be more effective at work tomorrow, because work is paying me and this is just a hobby. So if I had some sort of income coming from this channel, it would hugely improve my motivation and mainly my justification to be able to spend as much time as I do creating these videos, and of course I'll be able to spend more time doing it, especially how I've talked to you guys before, how I am in, you know, I'm a British police officer, I'm in law enforcement, and I am based in Kent, which if you guys aren't sure where that is, because loads of you are from around the world, which is absolutely awesome, and if from the UK as well, you know, that's great as well. So Kent is the county that geographically is closest to the mainland of Europe, and of course that being the EU, and of course it's not physically connected to it. However, all the traffic we mainly get from Europe, not all of it, but mainly all the traffic we get from Europe, you know, being you know, lorries and trade and all those sorts of things, come through Kent. So what that means is that when, you know, our government finally decides what it's going to do, and I'm not going to go into politics here, but, you know, when we finally have a rough plan of what's going to happen, you know, even if we get a deal, it's going to make things very hard in the county. And essentially what that's going to mean is my rest days are going to get cut in half, really. I'm going to be working many more hours. All leave has been suspended until like the end of summer, is what I've been told. And essentially we're going to be stretched to not breaking point, but I don't really want to find out what breaking point is. So where that comes in relevant here is, like I said, if I don't have any sort of income from doing this, it really makes it hard to justify making the videos. And I really don't want to take, you know, like a month break, or, you know, even a week break, or however long the main problems with, you know, Brexit is going to be. And obviously if you guys support Brexit, I'm not saying I'm against it or anything along those lines, but I'm just saying it's, you know, without a doubt it's going to affect my ability to make these videos. So like I say, I could definitely have more justification in doing these videos if I get donations. And I'm not saying like this to be some sort of main source of income, as like some of these huge YouTube channels that can do that. I'm just saying as it would be really nice to have an extra reason to make these videos, rather than really love and enjoying it. So, you know, and it would, like I say, I thank you guys massively just for subscribing, liking and commenting, because that's all massively helped me. However, it would be really nice to go to the next level, and I've been putting this off for ages, talking about Patreon basically to you guys, as I wanted to get to 1,000. And as you guys, you know, hopefully you've noticed, is that I haven't done any advertisement in my videos at all. I've had the option for quite a long time now, but I was like, no, I don't want to have adverts in my video, because I know from just being a viewer myself of some of the great YouTube channels that are out there, how annoying is it to watch a video and then, like, even when you get like a minute in, there's a, you know, there's an advert, and even if you can skip it, you have to wait 5 seconds to skip it, and it's just a pain in the arse. And like I've said before, in that case tonight, I just quite quickly click off it. And honestly, to you guys, I don't want you to click off my videos. Of course I don't. You know, I'm a YouTube creator. That's the last thing I want. So I want to best I can prevent putting adverts in my videos. So this, for me, is a great alternative, and it would be a really, really, really nice thing for you to do, and it would massively help the channel. Everything you donate to the channel will go to something. Even if you donate just $1 compared to, I don't know, there's someone out there who's really generous and donates $5, let's say, that $1 is going to massively help. It's all going to basically go into a pot, and it's all going to be spent on the channel. None of it is going to be spent on me personally. It's all going to be invested into the channel, and like I said, I'm prepared to invest quite a bit of money into the channel myself. And like I say, I don't get paid for this channel, so if I could have, like I said, I put most of the money in, but if I could have some support collectively from all of you, or, even if you can't afford it, guys, that's absolutely fine. I don't want to pressure you into it, and I don't want to make it sound like I'm begging, but if you could give me some support, as a community, it would be huge, and it would really, really show appreciation for how much you guys, enjoy the content. So I'm going to leave it here. What I want to say to you guys, like I've said already, if you can give me anything at all, it massively helps. I've made a few things. So, okay, so firstly, I've made 2 categories already. First one is the Necromancer category, because obviously I'm going to be themed around death, of course. And the Necromancer category is $1 a month. What happens if you donate to that? Obviously, firstly, I told you, for the last 15 minutes, how that is going to massively help the channel and me. And when I just say me and the channel, obviously that's going to mean that the videos you watch are going to be better. So you donate to $1 a month, it's going to do that. But also on the next video from when you donated, starting to donate, you will get a shout out at the end of the video, of course. I'll talk about your name and I'll basically say, massive thank you, you're helping so much. And then the next category is the Vampire. So obviously a step above the Necromancer. It's the second step upon the Age of Nagash, I think I've called it. And, that is basically, where it really, really, really does make an impact. Like I said, $1 does really help, but $5 is going to be, I can really start seeing some income here, which would be amazing. And what you will also get in that is you'll also get a shout out at the end of the next video I produce, but you also get a shout out every video after. You will get a shout out and appreciation at the end of every video I do from when you've donated onward, basically. And for the moment being anyway, it won't be a shout out, which a lot of channels do, where they just list your name. I will go through every name. I'm not just going to list it. I will speak your name out. And if I pronounce it wrongly, I hugely do apologise. But I just wanted to show to everyone else just how much you're supporting the channel. Because if you're donating to my channel, The Age of Nagash, and people watch it, and if they enjoy the content, I am making the content, so that's great. They show appreciation to me. But I want to go, hang on, this guy's donating money here, so this guy is actually supporting the channel. You might have liked something cool I did in this video because I used a better video editor or something like that, and that wouldn't have been possible. That guy didn't help me out with some of the donations he made. So it just would be a nice way for me to do a shout out for you guys to show my appreciation for what you're doing for me. Okay, so I've got those 2 already. The link to the Patreon is going to be down below in the comments. If you could please check it out, even if you don't really want to subscribe, if you can just check it out for me, at least have a look at it. It would be a massive, massive, appreciation you can do. Like I say, if you subscribe to me, that's absolutely amazing. You guys, really do show your appreciation like that. But this is like the next step further. It's like, now that I've got to 1,000 subscribers, like great. It's a great year, basically. I managed to achieve that. And when I say I managed to achieve it, I mean, it's all down to you. I'd be nothing without you viewers watching me and subscribers. And that's absolutely amazing. But now it's like, let's take it up a notch. Instead of trying to make this just purely like something I can do a bit in my spare time and all that sort of thing, and it started off me just talking about death because no one else was at that time. Let's try and make it, if not professional, let's just try and take it up a notch. Would be absolutely amazing. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and comment down loads. That does all massively help me. If you've got any thoughts about this whole Patreon thing or anything in general about the channel, please let me know in the comments. I really, really do appreciate if you give me a comment. I know sometimes it takes me like a day or so to reply to you, but it's literally just due to work. It would take that long. And I always do reply to every comment, I believe, even if it's just a like and a love. Little heart, I think it is. Subscribe. It's a nice little thing to do. But anyway, guys, like I say, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, I've mentioned all the like, subscribe, and comment down below because it's all free, basically, and all this massively helped me. And if you want to take it a step further, please check out my Patreon, as it would be absolutely, it would be, if I look on it later and I have got, even one person, give me $1, I will be over the moon. Honestly, guys, I couldn't thank you guys enough if you were to do that. So, like I say, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And remember, as always, guys, until next time, Nagash is all, and all is one in Nagash.